Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, April 19th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I am so valuable to the universe just as I am now. And this is the bridge from Aries into Taurus, recognizing that who we are is valuable, so valuable to the universe. So today, Sun in Taurus. The Sun will be moving into Taurus at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So in the morning, there may be some residual punchy Aries energy going on. And then we go into Taurus. And this is, I always compare Taurus to the book Ferdinand the Bull. I loved that book when I was little. I hated the idea of bullfighting. I still hate the idea of bullfighting. And I loved this peaceful bull in the pasture who just wanted to smell flowers. So the morning may have a little bit of that Ferdinand the Bull when he got stung by a bee, if you know the story. And he was, kicking his legs because it hurt, acting fierce and ferocious. But truly the spirit of Ferdinand is just wanting to sit and indulge in the pleasure of being. And part of us being so lucky of being on this planet is we have flowers that smell delicious and foods that taste so good and sights, beautiful sights everywhere that we can see, and sounds, oh my goodness, whether you're listening to the birds or a cat purring or some music, so many wonderful sounds that we can also tune into. Taurus introduces us to sensuality, our senses, and tapping into the pleasures which connect to the senses in the world. Now, of course, there's so much more than I just mentioned, but this is part of fully engaging the Taurus energy, is recognizing the value and the worth of our senses, among other things. What just popped into my head when I was talking about this is here's a story, and I'm not 100% sure about what this story is. It's come downloading slowly, that I've heard before, that talks about like a father asked his daughters, like, what am I worth to you? Or something like that. And one daughter's like, more than all the gold in the world. Another was like, more than, I don't know, all the trades that we can make. I don't remember this story fully. But the third daughter, last daughter, was like, I value you like the salt I put on my food. And he was like, what? And she's like, imagine your world with no salt. Imagine your food with no salt ever. Like, that is how important you are. And this is the essence of Taurus. When we recognize these little things in our life that make a huge difference, like salt, for instance, like our good friendships, like a bed that feels so good when you climb into it, like our animal friends that are here for us, like the birds chirping in the morning, and starting to feed into the value, the worth of these things in our life, and the gratitude that we can tune into in all this. Taurus can bring on energies around money. It is ruled by Venus, so anything that Venus brings to the table can have like the little Venus pieces. So money, our personal worth, that which we value. Taurus can rule our productivity, how we produce, what we bring forth. Now, this has gotten a little hijacked because truly this is about the gifts that we bring, our inner talents, but the productivity part can go also into just regular work and what kind of money our productivity brings about. And this can be where it gets a little topsy-turvy and a little challenging in the Taurus arena. For Sun in Taurus, we are focusing on tuning more so into the value and the worth of anything and everything, including ourselves. And that's going to be my focus of these energy mantras for the next 30 days. Now, this Taurus season comes with a lot of stuff coming in. But this Uranus Jupiter conjunction is happening. It is happening late Saturday night, or later in the evening on Saturday. Late for some people, early Sunday for some. But today we get some instigation by Mars. We have Mars connecting to Jupiter and Uranus. It's going to connect to Jupiter in the morning, Uranus in the afternoon, but that's just when it's exact. So we're going to be feeling Mars feeding into this, which may get a little volatile. Mars wants to take action. Hopefully it's aligned action. Hopefully it's valuable action. We've got Mars in Pisces, though. So this is a little bit more of a lazy cat situation. So it may be more about preparing for action, which makes sense. I mean, we are in a Mercury retrograde as well. The sun is at 0 degrees today, but you may have that feeling of like, I should be doing something. I should be taking action. Today is a great day for aligned, valuable planning to take place, because you really may be feeling that lazy cat energy. And I have to say, oh my gosh, as we have been building to this Uranus-Jupiter conjunction, the tired, wired, leaning more into the tired has been very real for me. So definitely a potential for more of that today. Make your plans and find the value in settling in and being tired. I really do feel like when we get knocked out by a transit, when it feels really exhausting or tired, that there's often a reason for it. And often that reason is because the universe is like, I got some work to do within you, like DNA shifts and all kinds of things to get up on our next level, you know? So if you are feeling tired, please try not to feel guilty. And maybe try not to be like me. I'm like, why am I tired? Out of all of these possible reasons in the whole entire universe that I can possibly think of, which one is it? This is how the Mimi brain works. But it really doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just surrendering into it and allowing the universe, again, to do its work. Now, there's some of a few other transits today that we may be feeling as well. We have Mercury and Venus conjunct in Aries, and this might be some of that like call to action feeling, but I think that this is just maybe more, I don't know, understanding of the value of ourselves, the understanding of how much the universe loves and appreciates each of us, and how much, and this is hard to say because I know it doesn't always feel this way, but how much being on this planet is a gift. And I know not everybody agrees with that, and I know there's a lot of you who I've talked to who was like, this is my last time here, I don't want to do this again. It's also a gift if we can tune into that and find that gratitude for that energy. We are a gift, but this is also a gift for us, even in those challenging times. Speaking of that, we have the moon in Virgo opposite Saturn in Pisces, and that's kind of echoing what I just said. You know, the moon in Virgo, very tuned in to the mundane, what's happening, what needs to happen, what needs to change. And Saturn in Pisces, well, Saturn can be like that drill sergeant, like get these things done. Saturn in Pisces is like, are you recognizing your soul yet? Have you become friends with your soul? Do you recognize the beauty of your spirit? Do you see the magic that's all around you? Saturn in Pisces is a very different energy. So remember to take some time to tune into that, to find that value, to get beyond the illusion of the ick, the hard, the challenge, all of that, and find that magic. That being said, I have some really other interesting cards. This Uranus, Jupiter, even this Mars energy feeding into it is really interesting. And we have the Master card today, which is never an easy card to get because it's like you're being pushed to your next level, which is kind of that, you know, the challenge of mastery is like, Is there another level? There's always another level, here on Earth at least. And so you're being pushed into that energy, but it's not necessarily very easy. Now I've got the rebel energy. Here's Uranus. And we have the compromise card, although the compromise card is in reverse, but I always call it the don't compromise card. To me, this is a call to breakthrough where you have been compromising your values, how you feel called to move forward. I also have the past lives card in reverse. And to me, this feels like it's breaking some really old held contracts, old held beliefs. Part of Jupiter energy is tuning into beliefs, and Uranus is breakthrough. So in the quiet, in the silence, notice what you are being called to rebel, shift against, because there's so much power. And a lot of that, I think, is the money stuff on this planet. I think the money stuff is the crux of so many of our issues. Believing in lack, right? Like, believing in lack makes it feel like, oh, if I can't have this person I want, then that's it for me. Or, oh, I don't have enough food, or, you know, there's not enough food, or, you know, get the job I want because there's not another option. And any semblance of lack is a lie, and it's a manipulation, and it's something that we're going to dig deeper into when Chiron moves into Taurus. But anybody in my generation, Chiron and Taurus generation, we're working through these things. And I think that this is part of it, this conjunction that's happening Saturday. But even with Mars in Pisces feeding in, how do we forge a new abundant way of being, way of acting, and break through these old limitations and these old stories? So, I'm going to leave that there. I will be back tomorrow for this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction to see what else wants to come through. Sending you lots of love in this transit. Do stay grounded, take it slow, take it easy. Anytime we have Uranus, there can be sudden upheaval. And besides all this, you can book a reading with me. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.